As you step into your 50s and beyond, subtle changes may begin to unfold in your body, changes that seem minor at first, but quickly become deeply impactful. Climbing stairs begins to feel like a challenge. Rising from a chair takes more time and effort. You start avoiding physical activity not because you're afraid, but because your body feels too drained to keep up. This isn't just the result of getting older, it's your body warning you that something is changing. Weakening legs after 50 is not merely an inconvenience. It is often a silent signal of deeper health issues and a potential predictor of future problems like reduced mobility, dangerous falls, and the gradual loss of independence. But what exactly is causing this? Why do your legs feel weaker even when you try to stay active? And most importantly, what can you do to stop this progression before it's too late? This video will help you take back control. In this video, you'll uncover the top 10 hidden reasons why your legs may be getting weaker after the age of 50. Insights most people don't even realize are silently working against their health. But more importantly, you'll learn simple, proven changes you can start making today without expensive treatments or complicated routines that will help you rebuild strength, improve balance, and protect your independence for the years ahead. This channel is here to guide you on that journey, step by step, with clarity and care. Reason 1. Age-related muscle loss. Muscle loss. Sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the gradual and natural loss of muscle mass and strength that begins as early as your 30s, but becomes significantly more noticeable after the age of 50. It happens quietly, almost invisibly at first, as your body slowly replaces less muscle tissue than it loses. Over time, this silent shift affects the way you move, balance, and respond to daily physical tasks. You may find that walking long distances tires you out more quickly, or that your legs feel unusually sore or unsteady after standing for a while. The impact extends beyond fatigue. It can disrupt your coordination, reduce your confidence, and increase the likelihood of falling. One of the most common questions people ask is, why am I getting weaker even though I'm not doing anything differently? The answer lies in the fact that as we age, our muscles need more deliberate stimulation and nutritional support just to maintain their previous strength. Without regular strength training, the process of muscle breakdown accelerates. To combat this, it's crucial to engage in resistance-based exercises at least 3 times per week. These can include bodyweight squats, dumbbell lunges, or resistance-based band routines that can be done right at home. Equally important is your diet. A protein-rich diet featuring foods like lean meats, eggs, legumes, and dairy products helps repair and rebuild muscle tissue. Health professionals recommend consuming about 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight daily to support muscle maintenance. The warning here is simple: if you don't move it, you'll lose it. And if you don't feed it, you won't rebuild it. But the good news, even starting small can bring powerful results. Your muscles are ready to respond. The question is, are you ready to begin? Reason 2. Peripheral neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy is a nerve condition that commonly affects older adults, especially those managing chronic illnesses such as diabetes or experiencing vitamin B12 deficiency. It develops when peripheral nerves, those responsible for sending messages between your brain, spinal cord, and limbs, become damaged. This damage is particularly dangerous when it targets the nerves that control your legs, resulting in a loss of coordination, tingling sensations, numbness, and a feeling of weakness that seems to come out of nowhere. Often this condition goes unnoticed until something serious happens, like a stumble or fall. Many seniors ask, why do my legs feel heavy or numb even when I haven't hurt them? That's the hallmark of neuropathy. It sneaks up, slowly impairing nerve signals until your muscles can no longer respond properly. For people with diabetes, the biggest risk factor is prolonged elevated blood sugar, which gradually degrades nerve fibers. For others, especially those with poor diet or absorption issues, low vitamin B12 levels can be the hidden cause. To prevent or slow down this type of nerve damage, it's vital to manage any underlying conditions, most notably by keeping blood sugar under control. This includes following a consistent meal plan, staying active, and taking medications as prescribed. If vitamin B12 deficiency is the root cause, regular blood tests can help detect it early. Dietary sources like meat, eggs, and fortified cereals can support nerve health, while B12 supplements may be necessary if absorption is an issue. The real danger here is in ignoring the early signs, because nerve damage can become permanent. By staying proactive, consulting your doctor, and making small but meaningful adjustments to your nutrition and lifestyle, you can keep your nerves healthy and your legs strong. Reason 3. Peripheral artery disease. PAD. Peripheral artery disease, commonly referred to as PAD, is a condition that restricts blood flow to the limbs, especially the legs, due to narrowed or blocked arteries. As we age, plaque made up of fat, cholesterol, and other substances can build up along the walls of the arteries, limiting the amount of oxygen-rich blood that reaches the lower extremities. The result is a set of symptoms that often begin subtly, such as muscle pain or cramping during walking, what doctors call claudication. People experiencing PAD often describe their legs as feeling heavy or tired, especially after walking short distances. The discomfort usually goes away with rest, which can be misleading and delay diagnosis. One common question is, why do I feel leg pain only when I move? That's because your muscles demand more oxygen during activity, and PAD prevents adequate blood supply under those conditions. If left unmanaged, PAD can progress to the point where even light activity becomes painful, and in severe cases, it can lead to non-healing wounds, infections, or even amputation. The condition is often linked to lifestyle factors, including smoking, poor diet, and lack of exercise, as well as underlying issues like high cholesterol and hypertension. To address PAD, begin with smoking cessation if applicable. It's the single most impactful change you can make. In addition, regular physical activity, particularly supervised walking programs, has been proven to improve circulation and increase pain-free walking distance. A diet rich in leafy greens, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidant-rich foods helps reduce inflammation and promote vascular health. Medication to manage blood pressure and cholesterol may also be necessary. Routine checkups with your healthcare provider can help monitor progress and adjust your treatment plan. PAD is manageable and in many cases reversible, with timely intervention, commitment to exercise, and improved cardiovascular habits. Reason 4. Vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in maintaining muscle function and skeletal strength, but as we age, our ability to produce and absorb this vital nutrient begins to decline. Reduced sun exposure, changes in kidney function, and dietary limitations all contribute to widespread vitamin D deficiency in adults over 50. Without enough vitamin D, muscles can become weak, coordination may suffer, and bones can lose density, making falls more likely and recovery more difficult. The early signs are often vague fatigue, mild depression, bone discomfort, or frequent muscle cramps. A question often heard is, can low vitamin D really make my legs feel weak? The answer is yes, and it's more common than most people think. Vitamin D deficiency affects both muscle strength and nerve signaling, which directly influences balance and coordination. Seniors who spend less time outdoors or have darker skin are at higher risk, as both factors reduce the skin's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight. To combat this, start with intentional sun exposure. About 10 to 15 minutes in the morning several times a week is often sufficient. However, as skin ages, its vitamin D production capacity drops significantly, so dietary sources become even more important. Foods like fortified milk, cereal, egg yolks, and oily fish such as salmon or mackerel are great additions to your diet. For many seniors, supplementation is the most practical way to ensure adequate intake, especially during the winter months or in areas with limited sunlight. Regular checkups to monitor your vitamin D levels are essential. The consequences of deficiency can be subtle at first, but over time, they can undermine the very foundation of your mobility and independence. Ensuring you maintain healthy vitamin D levels is one of the simplest yet most impactful steps you can take to protect your leg strength and overall health as you age. Reason 5. Sedentary lifestyle. One of the most overlooked yet impactful causes of leg weakness after 50 is simply not using them enough. A sedentary lifestyle, marked by prolonged periods of sitting or low physical activity, leads directly to muscle atrophy, reduced endurance, and a cascade of physical decline. The expression "use it or lose it" couldn't be more accurate when it comes to muscle strength, especially in the lower body. Without regular movement, the muscle fibers in your legs start to shrink. Blood circulation slows, flexibility decreases, and joints stiffen, all of which contribute to instability and increased fall risk. Many seniors ask, "I'm retired and I walk around the house. Isn't that enough?" The answer, unfortunately, is no. Light household movement doesn't sufficiently challenge the muscles or cardiovascular system to maintain strength and mobility. The effects of inactivity can begin in as little as 2 weeks of low movement. Over time, even simple tasks like getting out of bed, standing up from a chair, or walking across the room can become tiring. The good news is that reversing this decline is entirely possible. You don't need a gym membership or intensive workouts. Begin with 20 to 30 minutes of moderate walking each day. Walking is low impact, activates multiple muscle groups, and boosts heart health. Complement this with gentle but powerful practices like Tai Chi, which improves balance, and aqua aerobics, which builds strength without joint strain. For those just starting, even short walks around the block or light stretching routines are meaningful. The key is consistency. Incorporating structured movement into your routine daily, even in small doses, can dramatically improve muscle mass circulation and energy levels. Set achievable goals, track your progress, and most importantly, enjoy the movement. Your legs are designed to carry you through life, not hold you back from it. Reason 6. Osteoarthritis. Degenerative joint disease. Osteoarthritis is the most common joint disorder among people over 50 and a leading contributor to leg weakness and mobility challenges. It occurs when the cartilage that cushions the ends of bones in your joints gradually wears down over time. When this protective tissue deteriorates, bones begin to rub against each other, causing pain, stiffness, swelling, and reduced range of motion, particularly in weight-bearing joints like the knees and hips. People living with osteoarthritis often ask, "Why does walking make my joints hurt more, not better?" The answer lies in inflammation and joint degeneration that create a vicious cycle. Pain discourages movement. Less movement weakens muscles, and weaker muscles put even more strain on the joints. The decline doesn't stop at the bones. Your muscles begin to fade as you move less to avoid discomfort. But avoiding movement is exactly what accelerates joint degeneration. The key to managing osteoarthritis is not to rest, but to move smartly. Low-impact exercises such as swimming, cycling, and water aerobics are especially effective because they allow you to strengthen the muscles around the joints without applying direct pressure on them. These activities help maintain flexibility, improve circulation, and reduce inflammation. Strength training should also be part of your routine, focusing on exercises like seated leg presses, partial squats, or isometric holds that can be adjusted to minimize joint stress. Supplements like glucosamine and chondroitin may provide additional joint support, although results vary by individual. From a medical perspective, anti-inflammatory medications, corticosteroid injections, or physical therapy can offer relief and improve function. In advanced cases, joint replacement surgery may be considered. Most importantly, work closely with your healthcare provider to tailor a long-term strategy that balances movement, pain management, and joint protection. Osteoarthritis may be a part of aging, but it doesn't have to control your life. With the right approach, you can keep moving, stronger and more confidently, despite the wear and tear. Reason 7. Medication-induced myopathy. As we grow older, it's not uncommon to rely on medications to manage chronic health conditions like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or autoimmune disorders. However, some of these medications, especially statins, corticosteroids, and certain chemotherapy drugs, can have an unintended side effect. They weaken your muscles. This condition, known as medication-induced myopathy, often creeps in silently. You may begin to feel more fatigued than usual, struggle to climb stairs, or notice a drop in your ability to stay active, all while following your doctor's orders. One of the most frequent questions seniors ask is, Could my medicine be making my legs weaker? The answer in many cases is yes. Statins, widely prescribed to lower cholesterol, are particularly known for causing muscle-related side effects in some individuals. Corticosteroids, especially when used long-term, can also contribute to muscle degradation. Unfortunately, this muscle weakening may not be immediately recognized, as it can mimic the natural signs of aging or existing joint conditions. The critical point here is not to stop taking your medication suddenly, but to review your prescriptions with your healthcare provider. If you experience unexplained leg weakness cramping or muscle pain, ask whether your medications might be contributing. Sometimes, a simple dosage adjustment, a switch to an alternative medication, or adding a supplement can significantly improve your physical well-being. Beyond reviewing prescriptions, it's important to counteract medication-related muscle loss through targeted action. Engage in resistance training as tolerated, ensure adequate protein intake, and include foods rich in magnesium and potassium to support muscle health. This proactive approach ensures that you benefit from your medications without compromising your physical strength. Remember, the goal is to optimize, not abandon your treatment while maintaining your mobility and quality of life. Reason 8. Osteoporosis and fractures. Osteoporosis is often thought of as a bone problem, but its impact on muscle strength, particularly in the legs, is profound. This silent disease weakens bones to the point where even minor stress like bending down or a small fall can lead to serious fractures, especially in the hips, spine, or wrists. These fractures don't just damage bones, they sideline mobility, force extended bed rest, and accelerate muscle atrophy. For many seniors, the first sign of osteoporosis is a fracture that occurs without warning. They ask, "How did I break a bone so easily?" The answer lies in decades of decreasing bone density, often undetected without regular screenings. Once a fracture occurs, especially in the lower body, the legs are often immobilized for weeks or months. During that time, muscle loss occurs rapidly, and regaining strength can be a slow, frustrating process. To prevent this spiral, early detection is key. A bone density scan can reveal whether you're at risk even before symptoms arise. Nutritionally, a combination of calcium and vitamin D is essential. Calcium for bone strength and vitamin D to help your body absorb it effectively. Include dairy products, leafy greens, fortified foods, and fish like sardines or salmon in your meals. Weight-bearing exercises, such as walking, light jogging, or climbing stairs, are vital in maintaining bone density. Strength training also plays a dual role, supporting both muscle and bone health. In some cases, medications like bisphosphonates may be prescribed to slow bone loss and reduce fracture risk. If you've already had a fracture, guided physical therapy can help rebuild lost strength and prevent future incidents. Most importantly, don't ignore the signs. If you've lost height, developed a stooped posture, or experienced bone pain, talk to your doctor. Protecting your bones means protecting your legs and your independence for the years ahead. Reason 9. Obesity and sarcopenic obesity. Carrying excess weight after the age of 50 is more than just a cosmetic concern. It can seriously compromise your leg strength balance and long-term mobility. Obesity puts constant pressure on the lower body, especially the hips, knees, and ankles, which are responsible for bearing your weight and keeping you stable. Over time, this extra load leads to joint degeneration, chronic pain, reduced physical activity, and a dangerous feedback loop of further muscle loss. But there's another layer to this problem that often goes unnoticed: sarcopenic obesity. This condition occurs when fat replaces lean muscle mass. So even if your body size stays the same or increases, your muscles are quietly shrinking inside. People often say, "I've gained weight, but I feel weaker, not stronger." That's because the added fat contributes nothing to strength or function. It actually saps it. Sarcopenic obesity is particularly problematic because it combines the worst of both worlds, excess body fat and reduced muscle quality. The impact: weaker legs, higher fall risk, and lower motivation to stay active. The first step toward reversing this is mindset, knowing that small, steady improvements can make a big difference. Focus on a balanced, nutrient-dense diet that is high in lean proteins and fiber while limiting added sugars and saturated fats. Include foods like grilled chicken lentils, leafy greens, berries, and nuts to support both muscle recovery and healthy metabolism. Equally important is consistent physical activity that blends cardiovascular workouts with strength training. Walking, swimming, and cycling help burn calories and improve endurance, while resistance exercises like squats, lunges, or leg presses help rebuild and maintain lean muscle mass. If weight loss is needed, aim for gradual, sustainable progress. Just a 5 to 10% or a 10% reduction in body weight can significantly ease stress on your joints and improve muscle function. Consult with a healthcare provider or registered dietitian to develop a personalized, safe approach. The key isn't perfection, it's consistency. With the right habits, your body can become leaner, stronger, and more resilient than ever. Reason 10. Stroke. Cerebrovascular accident. A stroke, also known as a cerebrovascular accident, is one of the most serious health events that can affect an older adult's mobility, and leg strength is often among the first casualties. A stroke occurs when blood flow to part of the brain is interrupted or reduced, depriving brain tissue of oxygen and nutrients. Within minutes, brain cells begin to die, and the impact can be devastating. If the part of the brain that controls movement is affected, particularly the motor cortex or corticospinal tract, it can lead to hemiparesis or weakness on one side of the body. This typically results in one leg becoming slower, stiffer, or unable to function properly. After a stroke, even simple movements like walking or standing may require assistance or aids such as canes, braces, or walkers. Many stroke survivors ask, "Will I ever walk normally again?" The answer depends on the severity of the stroke, the speed of treatment, and the effectiveness of rehabilitation. Recovery is possible, but it requires consistent effort, patience, and specialized support. The rehabilitation process often includes physical therapy, gait training, strength exercises, and balance retraining. Even small improvements, like regaining toe control or hip mobility, can lead to major gains in confidence and independence. Preventing a stroke in the first place, however, is always preferable. That means actively managing key risk factors such as high blood pressure, diabetes, atrial fibrillation, and high cholesterol. Lifestyle changes make a significant impact. Reduce sodium intake, avoid smoking, exercise regularly, and eat a heart-healthy diet rich in vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains. Also make time for regular health screenings. Early detection and treatment of cardiovascular issues can drastically lower stroke risk. If you or a loved one has already experienced a stroke, don't lose hope. The brain has remarkable plasticity, and with the right rehabilitation strategy, it can learn to rewire itself. Every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to recovery. Remember, rebuilding leg strength after a stroke is not just possible, it's a crucial part of reclaiming your life. Starting today, take just one small step to reclaim the strength in your legs and protect your independence for years to come. Begin by choosing one simple strengthening exercise, like bodyweight squats or seated leg raises, and commit to doing it for just 10 minutes a day. Add one extra protein-rich meal to your routine, such as a grilled chicken salad or a bowl of lentils with vegetables to help support muscle repair and growth. Schedule a basic blood test to check your vitamin D and B12 levels, especially if you've been feeling unusually tired or off balance. And most importantly, start a 14-day walking streak, just 5 minutes a day to begin with. It's not about intensity, it's about consistency. Your body is ready to respond. Now it's your move. Now that you understand the hidden reasons behind leg weakness after 50, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 10 causes surprised you the most or hit closest to home? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's create a space where we can learn from one another and support each other in building stronger, healthier lives. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up. Share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Each week, we bring you simple, science-backed strategies to help you stay active, strong, and independent. Because your best years are not behind you, they're ahead.